Welcome to the BXG Podcast, the podcast where pop culture and nerd culture meet.
You think it's just going to be barbecue sauce?
Because if you actually read those books, it's just gobbledygook.
I really think clothes should be mandatory.
Speaking of Star Wars,
Captain America.
trailer reaction video. Welcome back to another BXG trailer reaction. We are reacting to The Lone Ranger tonight. Are we not? Is that not
one of the best? I believe it's one of the best movies starring someone that had someone shit in their bed and someone that ate people.
You know what's funny about that?
Allegedly.
I knew you were going with the eat people thing. This is how fast the news cycle. I forgot that Amber Heard shit in Johnny Depp's bed. I forgot that was a thing.
I'll never forget. As someone who will never let himself shit himself.
Right. I would never let myself shit myself. Oppenheimer is what we're actually trailer
Oppenheimer for those other people out there.
Right. June 21st, 2023, directed by Christopher Nolan, starring Cillian Murphy, Robert Downey Jr., Florence Pugh, Emily Blunt, and others. This is the story of Matt Damon also. This is the story of J. Robert Oppenheimer, who is the father of the atomic bomb that we would utilize to end the Second World War by dropping two of them on the Japanese cities of Hiroshima and Nagasaki. And it's just kind of this, I believe it is the story of how those decisions came to be and how, J. Robert Oppenheimer kind of dealt with all of that as it was happening. And so I know that they recreated the explosion of the original test bomb with practical effects. Yeah. And I know Chris Nolan is a big practical effect guy, as much as he can be, as much as he can do it, as much as he can pull things off. He likes to use practical effects. And I think that is honestly what makes him one of the best directors in the game right now, is that he doesn't rely on CG or computer graphics or, some of this different techniques that they have these days. So, aside from this is one of our favorite directors with a pretty loaded cast, what are your expectations here? Gregory T. Wilson, my co-host, by the way. I am the Alpha Donut guy. And the T stands for took my meds and I'm getting tired.
I think this movie's going to be bomb.
All right. The IGN. We have the IGN trailer. It's 2 minutes and 2 seconds here, and this is a couple days old, I think, at this point. But yeah, it was dropped on the 18th, so a few days old. We're gonna go here in 3, 2, 1, go.
Blast off.
The following preview has been approved.
Oh.
We imagine a future. And our imaginings horrify us. They won't fear it until they understand it. And they won't understand it until they've used it. Theory will take you only so far. choice. Is anyone ever going to tell the truth about what's happening here?
Well,
I mean, we still don't get a lot. But what I'm still stoked about it. I love Christopher Nolan. I mean, that's great. Dunkirk's amazing. It's just, he makes something that maybe we don't think about a lot, and he makes it really, really like interesting. And what I really enjoyed about this particular thing is Cillian Murphy is the star of this movie, and there's plenty of other stars, but that's the only one we see. We don't see Robert Downey Jr. We don't see Florence Pugh. We don't see all the other people in this. And I think that's really like a good way to kind of show you this is like, it's about Oppenheimer, and it's just those people are going to play a role. But like at the end of the day, it's this creation, this devastating event that actually ends up happening because of like his essential creation. And I mean, I think this is a movie I feel like you have to see in the theater.
Yeah. Well,
I don't think there's really any other way to really take it in for the first time.
Yeah.
But I also think that's just a Christopher Nolan thing. I think there's not a lot of directors left where seeing a movie in the theater is a must.
Mm-hmm.
He's one of them. I saw Dunkirk in theaters. Incredible. And other people have seen Dunkirk that I know, and they didn't necessarily like it as much. And I said, did you see it in theaters? And they say no. And I think that's part of it is the way he's still a director who cares about you seeing it he doesn't care about you seeing it on your TV.
Right. Yeah.
For better or worse.
Well, and I think that was whenever they had announced with Warner that they were going to be releasing all of their stuff day and date on HBO Max. He was one of the directors who was very vocal against that.
I wish I saw Tenet. I really feel bad I didn't see Tenet. I was just starting to interrupt. I feel bad I didn't see Tenet in theaters.
Well, and I think that that's part of it is that his movies are mostly shot in IMAX. And I think that it is, like you said, he directs them for the theater experience, not for the, like, you're home and there's all these distractions and you got your phone and, the dog's barking and you're trying to, eat your chips or whatever. He's not directing for that. He's directing for, like, you're going to put your ass in a seat and you're going to see it on a big screen, preferably an IMAX screen with incredible sound. Although, and that makes me wonder about Tenet as far as the whole sound issues that I had with it,
Sure.
and how things were like very muddied sounding and very like distorted and warped. And I had a hard time understanding it, but I think with that cast, and this is a very interesting topic. I think, especially what we're going through globally right now with the threat with the situation, the special military operation in Ukraine and how they keep throwing around, they being, the Russians, that, if we get pushed into a corner, we'll use our nukes. Right. And so would someone have eventually figured it out? Probably. Mm-hmm. But, all of that, the arms race, the hydrogen bomb, the tactical nukes, the intercontinental nukes, the long range military ballistic, like that all started here with the Manhattan Project and J. Robert Oppenheimer and, Einstein and all of that stuff. And I think that, from a historical standpoint, it's going to be very interesting, but I also think that given who is putting this all together, it's going to be not just interesting from a historical standpoint, but also just a really good, excellent movie with
Right,
stunning
yeah.
visuals and that sort of thing. And I think that it goes to show you that you just don't need all that stuff if you have a movie of substance. You know
Yep.
what I mean? And so we'll see. I'm excited for it. I have the poster for it hanging in my office.
You do.
Yeah. Yep. So there's that. I got a secret deal on that, but very excited. I'm interested too to see Robert Downey Jr. in a movie that's not Marvel, because it's been a minute. I know he's done a few things. None of them's been very good. I think it was like Doolittle and maybe one other thing. So it'll be interesting to see him work with a top flight director and, you know, a really all-star cast. So, but you can check us out on YouTube, BXG Productions. That would be youtube.com/@symbol BXG Productions, and on our social media at BXG Prods on Instagram and Twitter, facebook.com/BXG Productions. And leave nice reviews, kind comments, give us a thumbs up. We grow by word of mouth, so be a friend, tell a friend. And if we did our job well, ring that bell. What is it? What do you got? 2 bells?
I had 2 bells.
Jingle
Like,
bells?
Salvation Army.
Oh, okay. Well, and donate to your local Salvation Army. Enjoy the holidays. Merry Christmas. Happy New Year's. Boom.